Mahtook. Got the boys in. I got Lloyd. We got J Mitch. We got Jackie Boyd.
He tried to jump up and he might have knocked it in.
Good time. Let's go. What a start to the Monday. I mean, I'm from Lafayette. My boys will come in and say,
oh, God. So me and Joe on the ground. I got Joe in the headlock. And he's sitting there. He's punching me in the stomach. Like, punching me.
Here, is everyone sitting around? Who here thinks Ochinko can practice today after having 5 full beers? And he goes, Chad Jones, right? Chad's doing the team 6 minutes. For 7 minutes, right? Chad's like, no, man, I don't think Ochinko can practice today. And I was like, I look back and I'm like, Jesus Christ. I saw you there. You were more fucked up than me.
On the spirit plane had some issues, I think. She was sleep farting.
you heard her or you just thought it was her?
I sat right next to her. I smelled it.
Whoa. What was that?
Time for the show.
Now, when you do go to spring training, are you going to bring your chinchilla and your turtle? My dad tell you about it?
The SEC is, God, they hate fat people. I mean, I get crushed for that. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, man.
Hey, just the South, bro. You got a bunch of food down here. Like they should.
Look at Lloyd.
You know what, Lloyd?
You're looking for a recruiting coordinator, coach. I'm here.
He's like, I'll piss my pants right now.
No way.
We're wearing gray pants, long gray pants. He goes, I'll piss my pants right now.
Hello. Welcome back to Mik'd Up. Today is Wednesday, January 29th. Big show for you today.
Big
boys.
show.
We got LSU basketball is currently playing on TV right now against the number 1 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, at home in the PMAC. We are not there because we're having a show because we enjoy talking with you and hanging out with you. So we're going to be watching the game, talking about the game, also talking other sports. LSU is off to a 6-2 start. Defense playing great, but defensive rebounds not so great. Going to be hard to sustain that throughout the course of the game if you're going to keep giving them
effort.
Hey, they are playing hard, and they're winning right now through the first 4 minutes.
Cash that ticket.
4 minutes of the game.
Cash it out.
Buy out. You may get a little bit more money than you had put down. But that is going on. Obviously, we have other sports conversations. Saints are still trying to figure out who is going to be their head coach. They have swung and missed at all of the people. And I think the most concerning part of that, not just necessarily not landing anybody, all of the people that were technically quote-unquote candidates have just pulled their name out of the running. Oh, I'm going to stay where I'm at. I'm going to stay where I'm at. I'm going to stay where I'm at. Not a good sign for the Saints. Obviously, the job isn't as intriguing as they may have thought going in. The latest guy to pull his name out of it, which I don't think is necessarily his fault. I think it's more the Saints not wanting him, is Mike McCarthy. He is now going to take a gap year. And
It's worked for him before.
It's worked out. It's worked for a lot of guys. Vrabel took a year off. Belichick took a year off. Now he's coaching in college, which is weird, but he's there and he's doing it. So we'll see what happens. Kellen Moore is now the odds-on favorite to be the head coach at the New Orleans Saints. We'll see if that happens. Obviously, he's got a big game to coach in. He just had an interview, I think, yesterday, but he's got a big game. He's in the Super Bowl as the offensive coordinator. So we shall see what happens. We will keep reporting. We'll keep talking about it. We will keep.
I think he played against Derek Carr in college.
He did and beat him. That's when he was at Boise.
All-time Boise teams.
Derek Carr was a redshirt sophomore, I believe.
Was it Carr to Carr? No, they weren't that close together.
They weren't. Yeah, because
that was like 2001.
David Carr was like right when it was the first year of the Texans.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who was in between, but yeah, they played against Southern College, which is kind of wild. LSU football lands 2 new coaches. Tight ends coach. They hired a tight ends coach, Alex Atkins, former offensive coordinator at Florida State. Apparently a very good recruiter. He was instrumental in getting Solomon Thomas to Florida State. He could not overcome the terribleness that Florida State was this past year. So Solomon Thomas left. We bring him in to bring the tight ends coach. Great for us in a bunch of fronts. Obviously, experienced coach, offensive coordinator, tight ends coach, good tight ends coach, and a great recruiter. Yes?
More importantly, I think he's coached tight ends for 1 year, but run game coordinator as well.
Run game coordinator. That is another title that they are adding to him coming in, which obviously
can't make it worse.
Yep, it can only help. So we'll see what that is. The other coach they bring in is a Louisiana native. I think he's originally from Welsh, Louisiana. He was a high school football coach at Karen Kerr. I beat him when I was a sophomore in high school. No big deal. Then was a star at McNeese. Then was a head coach at McNeese. Most recently, defensive coordinator at Miami. Lance Guidry is now an analyst for the LSU Tigers. I think that is also another addition to the recruiting staff because he has a lot of connections down here in Louisiana, and he did some really good things recruiting over there at Miami. Obviously, Miami's defense was not great this year, which is why he's looking for another job. But the year before, he did the whole Matt House thing. Hey, your first year there, we're going to go out and you're going to be really good, and you're going to go and you're going to be a Broyles Award finalist, and the next year you're going to stink.
And get fired.
And now you're going to end up as an analyst, which may be better because now you don't have to really worry about the whole thing. You can put your 2 cents in. And you said that it seems like he is going to be the star expert.
That's the word on the street.
Word on the street.
He is obviously very accomplished for being just an analyst. This is almost a Nick Saban move where, Steve Sarkisian was once an analyst for Alabama football. And so you have a former head coach that's worked on the defensive side of the football. He's worked with linebackers before. You have 2 defensive line coaches already. You have Matt House, who I guess shadows as a linebackers coach. You have a safeties coach, and you have a corners coach. Not Matt House, Blake Baker.
Yep.
Don't bring back him. No,
don't do that.
I'd hang myself.
Yeah, don't do that either.
Well, that would be his fault. Blake Baker works with the linebackers but calls the entire defense.
Yep.
Now,
you have someone take a little load off of Blake.
And if you want to focus on the one position that's different than the rest of the positions, could be this guy to focus on just Perkins, who's how rumors are.
Yeah.
Whispers. He has agreed to play the star position, which I don't know why this is always a
Why is he
negotiation.
agreed? Was it? It's his not his decision.
Apparently,
hey, this is what you're playing. You either play it and play it well, or you don't play it and look bad. Like, what do you want to do?
You get drafted?
We got a lot of people that are like trying to make it seem like
that's what
he ain't the coach.
Well, I think it's just I went let's not paint it. I mean, this is a he said she said. I'm on your own side, whatever it is.
No doubt. You're right.
If you want to play running back, and play running back. Want to play quarterback? Put him at quarterback.
No.
When you want to turn punts, he could do that too.
Yeah, but don't do that.
If he wants to play special teams, sure.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be fine. But
what's the punt?
It doesn't matter what he wants to do.
It does.
What's gonna be better for the team?
Let's see what he can do.
Okay.
Safety?
Yeah.
Corner?
We'll see. Okay. We'll see what happens. I think that may be good to have someone focusing on that. But we have like I said, we're going to have a fun show today. LSU up 11-7 now. Jay Mitch in his new home in Tejas. Houston, Tejas, in his ever-changing, there it is, the balloons, and the confetti. You got both of them.
It's a party.
Hey, that's how excited we are to see you. Is you got the balloons,
We're figuring some things out.
and the graffiti, and in your studio that is, I don't want to say it's under construction, but under renovation, that you are trying to, maneuver. How's Tejas? How's treating you? How's Tejas treating you?
It's good, man. It's been rainy. It's been raining a lot lately. I'm kind of ready for that to take its a hiatus and bring me some sun or bring me something else, just something. But it's been good. Adjusting, learning, enjoying it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Love it.
It's been good.
Love it. It's a good spot. Forgot to mention 6:45. Anthony Aon coming on the show via video call.
Via the portal.
Via UC San Diego. Gonna hopefully be right in the mix, probably right in the mix of the weekend rotation. Looking forward to talking to him on the show. He was suggested by those close in the program that, hey, he'd be a good interview. So looking forward to that, getting to know him a little bit, letting y'all get to know him a little bit. If you have any questions, I will let Lloyd vet them.
Oh.
And if there's any good
Got our
ones,
brightest minds on it.
If there's any good ones, he will throw them out there.
And also maybe
we'll
ask
answer.
Mikey and Mitch.
Oh,
And
yeah, it
also-
is. It's a Wednesday. Ask Mikey and Mitch. Throw the questions in there. We got
Those will not get vetted. They'll get asked.
we got 30 minutes until he comes on, and then maybe some time after. So throw some Ask Mikey and Mitch 3-pointer for the Tigers. Boom, count it. 14-9 LSU. Looks pretty good. They're pretty efficient.
Cam Carter, the leading scorer in the SEC.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
19 points a game.
Is it 19? I thought it was maybe in SEC games.
Yes.
Okay, I think he's averaging like just under 18 for the season.
17.
17.8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just under 18.
Just under 18.
That would
I
be-
wasn't disagree.
That'd be a tick under
under.
18.
If the price is right, we're all over it.
That's it. Listen, there's a lot of game left. 13 minutes left in this game. LSU up 5 early on. Playing with a lot of energies. See if they can sustain it. See if they can keep it going against the number one team in the country. Would be a great win. Their schedule lightens up a little bit after this. And you would imagine that they have the ability to kind of win a few games in that lighter part of the schedule. And if they can, get a big upset on one of these big top 10 teams, who knows where they can be if they can make a little run later on. That's not what you want. Later on into the season. Jay, I want to ask you this. The 2 new coaches for LSU football. You like them? You like what you see? Did you play against Lance when you were in high school?
No, I don't think so.
You never played against Karen Crow?
No. No, I don't believe so. I don't remember. Not that I remember.
So, funny story about
But the
Lance.
2 new coaches, I mean, look, I think we all know this is a really big year for the squad, much like this year was, but it's going to be even more amplified next year. The 2 new coaches is great. You would hope that they're an addition to the squad as opposed to being a subtraction or something that's taken from it. So that's where I'm going to go immediately. But I guess we will wait to see. These are not coordinators. They're not taking coordinator roles. They won't be the dominant voice in the building. So I hope that whatever it is that they're going to bring to what they do, I hope these guys are actually able to be additions and bring things the right way. So we'll see. I don't look at it as something that's super noteworthy, right? And I think these guys end up, even if they are the most impactful humans in the building, it doesn't really matter what they do. They're probably going to be the unsung heroes. So I don't really look at it as huge news. I just think it is what it is. It was positions you needed and or wanted to fill, and you go forward.
Yep, I agree. Funny story about Lance Guidry. I was my first start in high school football as a sophomore, and I called timeout before the first play. So,
had been a pickle.
such a good defensive coordinator that he confused me. It wasn't something that we had planned for, and it was either that or
He was happy about that one, wasn't he?
it was either that or I couldn't figure out the signs they were giving me to get the thing, so I didn't run out of time and call timeout.
Mike, you remember the play we ran all week, first play of the game that we said we installed that we were going to run? We ran it on Thursday. Now it's Friday.
Yeah. Well, The sign giver didn't have a good backdrop and it was getting caught in the stands and I just couldn't figure it out. Game was moving a little fast for me for the young sophomore. I figured it out. True sophomore. No, not held back or anything.
Nope.
But yeah, I'm with you. I think that they're just good additions. Obviously the tight ends coach, obviously a bigger addition than Lance Guidry. He's an analyst. But the tight ends coach is a position of need. You got one. You also have a guy that has offensive coordinator, has experience calling plays, and he is the run game coordinator. So hopefully, maybe get some creativity in the run game and figure out how to be a little bit more efficient.
And don't sleep on his recruiting ability, as he does have Louisiana ties, offensive line coach at Tulane for 3 years.
There you go.
So another guy that they add that has Louisiana quote-unquote ties that you can bring in, help recruit. Obviously, he was the reason for Solomon Thomas committing to Florida State, and now Solomon Thomas, probably best day for him.
Yeah, did he say something about it? No, I don't think he said anything about it.
He said that when he committed to LSU, he was like, I don't know why Florida State didn't offer me. I wanted to go to Florida State.
Solomon Thomas?
Yeah.
But he was committed to Florida State.
Then they fired Alex Atkins. He goes, that's the guy I had the relationship with. He's like, if he would have called me, if they had kept him, I would like to have gone to Florida State.
Yeah.
But I'm going to LSU.
Okay. I was like, what are you talking about? Okay, I get what you're saying.
So Solomon Thomas gets his coach and probably a better school.
Better school.
He gets both things.
Yeah, and look.
No threat of the portal now.
Opportunity to go right in there and play.
Yes.
I want to, But yeah, I mean, let's look. We're the point in the season, in the off season, where baseball is 16 days away. All right, football is winding down. NFL wise, you only have one more game left before the what's the new league? The USFL, is that what it's called, or UFL?
I think it's just the UFL. It's United Football League.
Yeah, it's a UFL now. So it's the combination of the USFL and
the XFL.
The XFL
to make a mega league.
To make a UFL, and it's the Springs football, which is televised on ABC.
This is where you get to see some of the things that you may see one day in the pro game.
Maybe
they shoot the laser across the field.
The Rizzy rule is here to stay. They came out today and said that it has more returns, more return touchdowns, greater field position, and less injuries. So Rizzy rule, kickoff rule, staying.
Might get him hired for the Saints.
Hey, and that's the other thing.
Innovator.
That's the other thing. Is he going to, I mean, if Kellen Moore isn't the guy, is Rizzy the guy? Rizzy has to be the guy, right? You can't go get anybody else.
Rizzy.
And how much is that going to stink? You hire Rizzy and you lose your offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Because you waited so damn long to hire somebody, and now this guy was like, I don't know what's going to happen. Let me just go be the OC somewhere else. Not
what you want. I've never really seen a search kind of go like this, where it almost feels like every single one of the candidates back out, and then you're kind of sitting there with, well, what do we got? Now, look, we're not inside the building. Maybe they've been targeting Kellen Moore the entire time. Maybe that's who they wanted. Maybe they've been fish bait out there to get people off of him, to make sure that no one's like really on him. I don't really know, but the optics of it from the outside looking in isn't great. So I just hope that somehow they can figure out a way to do something with it. But at the end of the day, you still have an aging roster. You still have no cap. You still have some things you got to move. Yeah. It's a tough situation. It doesn't really matter.
Even if Kellen Moore is not the number one guy, you come out and say that he was the number one guy all along. You don't let anything else come out of that building other than, hey, this is who we were targeting. This is what we wanted. This was our guy. Boom. Now, if he doesn't want to, if he backs out, you got a lot of trouble. You got a lot of bad publicity, because you can't say, oh yeah, Rizzy was the guy who won it all along, because I don't think anybody believes that. Doesn't look good for Mickey and the boys, but I think everybody kind of saw the writing on the wall there. That Mickey Loomis probably needs to.
Well, he's the only one that he's in charge of that decision.
Well, I know.
So he's not going to.
Yeah, he can't fire himself.
Well, he won't.
I mean, Gail could if she wanted to.
I don't think she could if she would. If
she did. She fired.
Yeah.
Dennis Allen.
Took her to fly in to do it.
Yeah, but so she technically could if she wants to. I don't know if she's going to.
He's on the will. I think he wrote the will.
Maybe.
But if it is Rizzy, I wouldn't blame him. I mean, this is probably his only chance to get a real head
Blame
coaching
Rizzi?
job. Yeah.
Oh, I'd be pumped if I was Rizzi. I
But,
mean, it's
but the reason that everybody else isn't taking it, I understand it. Like, who would want this job?
100%.
The Saints have been were the first team to have an opening and the last team to have an opening. That speaks volumes about where your franchise is.
Were they the first?
Yes.
Damn.
And you're like, oh, and then you have Mickey go to the podium. He's like, we haven't really made any decisions yet. We'll get to evaluations. People are still coaching. Like,
You have one person still coaching that has not removed themselves from the coaching search.
at the Senior Bowls right now, and you used to send your entire staff, and these people that are going don't even know if they're going to work for you or not.
Maybe John Gruden.
I would love that.
That'd be great. Are they going to draft a quarterback? Are they going to draft
No.
Jackson Dart?
Jack Stark's going in the first round now,
Well, I'm just saying, are they going to draft Jackson Dart?
at 9 overall.
Fletcher Mackel wrote something on Twitter today.
Saw that.
Last time they drafted Saints drafted a first round quarterback was Archie Manning at Ole Miss. Could they make it the second quarterback they drafted in the first round? Ole Miss guy as well.
I mean,
Jackson Dart's a hot name right now.
Who was better, Matt Corral or Jackson Dart?
That's a good point. Doesn't it feel like the same guy?
Yes.
Jackson Dart.
I think Jackson Dart's
Dart was
better. The answer is Jackson Dart, but like
By the slimmest of margins.
no.
No.
I think
No.
Matt Corral was a little more careless with the football.
Better runner.
Not
Yeah,
a better
no.
runner. Jackson Dart's a better runner.
Matt Corral was a little bit more explosive.
You think?
Matt Corral was faster for sure. Jackson Dart got you those hard-nosed yards. Good luck in the NFL, buddy. You need to lower your head on the linebacker, see what
Him
happens.
and Riley Leonard. Good luck.
Yeah. Riley Leonard said he's still sore at the Senior Bowl.
Yeah, because you ran the ball 700 times.
Yeah, threw up.
You ran 9 times on the first drive of the game.
Yeah. But I do have to respect Riley Leonard. He said, well, why are you here? He goes, any chance to play football, I'm going to take it. So, scouts
Hey,
were just like,
there
hell
you go,
yeah.
love that.
Love that guy.
Yeah, be a receiver,
First rounder.
buddy. Yeah, be a wide receiver.
H-back.
Yeah, you and Matt Jones.
And probably just the quarter, Jalen Milroe.
Patrick Queen named to the 2025 Pro Bowl.
Oh, he gets to go run with a spoon in his mouth with an egg on it. Relay
that part of the
race?
relays?
I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. What were you going to say? What were you going to say?
Oh, I was going to say, you talk about position changes. I think Jalen Milroe should probably be looking at that as well.
I thought we were talking about that too. Small hands.
Small head, smells like cabbage. Carney folk.
I don't get it.
Austin Powers?
Yeah, small hands, less than 9 inches.
Yeah.
Not good.
Not the
apparently.
standard.
9 is industry standard, is what they say.
Got more snow in Baton Rouge
They
than
don't.
that.
They don't think that, or the reports have been that he has not been very impressive.
If
the
you're
Super
his
Bowl.
agent, would you not just turn on the 2023 LSU game to the 2024 LSU game? Be like, all right, that's it.
Well,
We're good.
I think you would turn that on if you want him to look like if you say, hey, you're an athlete and like you could play a different position, you're good running the football. I think there's better games that he has shown his ability to throw the football.
He didn't even throw for a touchdown.
What do you think, Jay?
Last year.
About what? Milroe and if he should change?
No, just Milroe in general.
I mean, he's got some learning to do. He's got some growing to do. But I mean, let's not forget. We keep talking about this, and I'm not saying that he is, and like I really don't know. But ain't nobody thought you was about to see the Lamar Jackson you see today. Like,
Right.
This is Lamar coming out of Louisville, and you still didn't see that. Like, I'm not sold that he's not that. I'm not sold that he can't get it done. With the background that he has, the parents that he has, the military upbringing that he has, man, who knows with a kid like that with that kind of talent where he can end up taking this thing to. So, like, I'm not off him as a quarterback. I just don't think he may not be the guy that's right. He may not come in the league and do what you see Jaden Daniels do. But are you going to sit here and tell me for sure that 5, 6, 7 years down the line he can't do half of what Lamar's done?
No, you're right. I'm
not off of him as a quarterback.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm off of him as a quarterback. I mean, he's definitely not a first rounder. I mean, I don't think Anthony Richardson was a first rounder. I don't care how talented he was.
Yeah, I mean, you can say that, but somebody thought he was. That's why you got fifth overall. So
no, I understand that. I'm just saying that's my opinion is like I don't think Anthony Richardson's a first. I mean, Jalen Milroe is a first rounder, but someone's probably gonna go and take him and draft him and throw him in there, and he may not be ready. And it's just gonna have to figure it out.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I love his upbringing. I love who he is as a person and kind of getting to hear people talk about him.
Absolutely.
And so, like, I just think you play under a Nick Saban, you have the parents that he does. Like, there's potential for him to actually get that thing going.
Yeah.
And we don't know. I don't know who he surrounds himself with in his life and where he is and his hunger for wanting to do more. I think all those things are obviously going to come out over the next couple months and stuff like that. But yeah, man, he's a project if you ask me, and that project could turn into something special. You just never know.
Yeah, I love the makeup. I do. I'm a fan of Milroe as a dude and as a football player for sure. And I'm not saying he can't play quarterback. I just don't know. There's not a lot of quarterbacks out there in the draft, so he probably may sneak into the first round, but who knows?
And I'll say this too, like I'll say this too, like, and I do mean this. I think today is a different day. We're really starting to see something different. Name me his best receivers over the past 2 years.
That's a very good point.
Who at LSU?
Ryan Williams this year at 17 years old.
Yeah, at 17 years old, and I don't even think Ryan Williams had 50 catches on the year. I'm not sure he did.
Just run the ball, run deep,
like teetering right around there.
Yeah, run deep, throw him the football.
Yeah.
Okay, so now Auburn's up 21.
Once again, I'll throw that part of it out there too. So like that's just that's my take on him right now.
Yep. No, I get it.
You have to pick a round. What round?
If I had to pick a round, I think the right team takes him at either the back end of the first or somewhere in the second. Like there's so much talent there, and if you're not starving for him to start, and you have some stuff kind of in place around him, and you can build, and you got the coaching in there, there's so much talent there. It's hard to sit here and say like, nah. No, I'm not saying that's exactly where he's going to get drafted. I wouldn't be surprised if he fell to the bottom of the third, maybe even the fourth. But I wouldn't be shocked at all if he went in the first two.
Yeah. It's a wide range.
Gotta remember, like we said, look, Anthony Richardson, a top 5 pick. They tried so hard to make Will Levis a top pick, and he fell to the second. Like,
yeah,
who was more productive in the SEC, Will Levis or Jalen Milroe?
No, 100%.
Yeah, Will Levis had Liam Cohen. Duval.
That was pretty bad, wasn't it?
Yeah, they're trying to cover this thing up. The Jaguars PR team is on the hunt. They had him do it again with the crowd behind him, so he got it right. They drowned him out. And then today they had a secret camera of him meeting all of the players. He did know everybody's name, and they dapped him up. So they're trying to get some good PR out there for Cohen.
Yeah. Listen,
that may be so uncomfortable.
Duval is like hard unless you're like you gotta do like the WWE shit, where it's like you have to hold it, 2 syllables.
You don't say it romantically.
No,
and
you can't make it like, hey, this is gonna be like energy word, but like with your eyes, but then
very seductive.
Yeah, with the actual tone, doesn't work that way.
No, it did not, and you can't. It's not like you're going to get the whole reporting room to chant.
Jacksonville is just a stinky place in general.
It does probably. That's why. Who was their offensive line coach that loved baloney? That was there. I think he came to the Saints for a little bit.
I don't know.
Doug Marrone. Perfect there. Fried bologna sandwiches in Jacksonville.
Wasn't he a head coach in Buffalo?
No, it was Jacksonville.
Oh, it was Jacksonville.
Like he got shirtless in the pool. Like he was just treated like a retirement home.
Loved it.
Yeah. They weren't that bad. Now you have Trevor Lawrence. He came in there. Cohen was the first one to meet him, introduce it to his wife, which is a dangerous game.
Not Trevor Lawrence, though. Trevor Lawrence is...
Yeah, he got married in Clemson's Field on the 50.
Yeah. He's spoken for.
Yeah, that's right.
Spoken for.
Crazier things have happened.
All right, let's get to a little preview of... Actually, do we have any questions?
We do have a couple of Ask Mikey and Mitch. Ask Mikey and Mitch. Some of these are for Anthony.
Okay.
But I will save them. Some of these will get asked. Ask Mikey and Mitch from Brennan Arnold. If he had to make a lineup today, what would it look like? Starting rotation.
He did this on purpose.
And if he believes that we will utilize the closer role.
You did this on purpose.
Uh-huh.
You made that your first pick on purpose.
First question.
Jared, would you like to start this one off?
Starting lineup.
No, because I've answered this question 6 times already. Lloyd, stop doing this to me. I told you who I thought would be it. I'm not answering it again. Jesus.
I'll answer the rotation. I'll answer the closer. I think the rotation is the three guys you think is going to be Chase Shores,
What do you
Anthony
think?
Ayanson, and Kate Anderson.
There was a lot of this was put out there because Jackie Boy put some clips up on the Twitter.
There we go. We got clips back.
Yeah, clips are back.
Clips are back.
And y'all talked about the rotation. Got some
Auburn's up 8 points. Already.
got some good juice on the some good interaction. And somebody asked if Chase Shores, do you think he can go more than 3 innings?
Yeah. I think he's going to be okay. I think he's already done that.
Lord, are you okay over there? What are you doing right now?
He's doing this to make us aggravated.
Well, the real question is, which I thought what
What are you doing right now?
what he was trying to ask is, how do you think he's on a pitch count, like coming in, like how they used?
That's okay. If that's the better question, I think that he has already built himself up. I think every pitcher's on a pitch count beginning of the season, right? That's for sure. But they're not gonna say, oh, you're not gonna be able to throw because you just had Tommy John. He's almost 2 years removed. So last year would have been the year where they said, okay, you have a strict pitch count. This year, I think they're going to treat him as a normal starter. And Auburn is doing what they...
What do you think, Jared?
Auburn is up by 10 points now.
I don't think he's on a pitch count. I'll be honest with you. No, I think he's on as regular as a schedule as anybody else on that pitching staff, and they're hoping for him to be able to kind of get out there and do his thing. Like Mikey just alluded to begin the year, everybody's on some sort of a pitch count. Like, you're not going to see anybody out there with 106 pitches into the 7th. Like, guys are going to get out there. You're going to move things around because there's a couple of reasons why, obviously for health and to be able to get those guys really stretched out. But you also got some arms in the pen. You need to know what you got. So, like, there's a couple of reasons why that happens as well. But, yeah, I think he's on a normal schedule like anyone and everyone else out there.
Agreed. And yes, I do think they're going to utilize the closer role.
You have a name?
A couple names. I think you could see, obviously Gavin Guidry, you could see him in that role. I think they're going to try to stretch him out and give him some extra innings and let him throw multiple innings.
Because, yeah, there were people at Tiger Droppings that had Gavin Guidry as the Friday night starter week
Yeah.
1.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. And not any disrespect to him, I just think that it's going to be Kate Anderson or
Chase Shores.
yeah,
Or
or
Gavin
Ayanson.
Guidry.
Or Ayanson.
Could be Anson.
I think that Connor Ware
Jay loves him.
could potentially be in the closer role. And I also think Kason Evans could be in the closer role as a freshman. And I think, you're going to see William Schmidt pitch and whatever happens there. But they have a lot of guys that I think that they're comfortable putting in that spot.
Yeah.
Next question.
Yeah, that's going to be a revolving door, I think, pretty much early on. And I think they're going to allow someone to kind of step up and take the reins of it. Obviously, don't forget Gavin Guidry. He's still in there. If the uptick is what it is, and he's not truly, I don't know this, I'm just saying, if he's not truly in the conversation to be a starter, don't be surprised if that's a possibility for him as well, just because of the Bulldog mentality he brings to the mound and everything. So I think he's in that as well. So think about those names.
Yep.
Jay did have a quote from the Rotary. I don't know if it's from the Rotary Club or from an interview. He said, "Everybody wants to start. I don't know why that's such an important thing. The most important outs happen from the 7th to the 9th inning, so you have to have one of your best guys out there. Like it or not, one of our best pitchers will always be in the bullpen. That group of guys were stretching out. Part of it is having capable guys of coming in relief, and there's still a bucket of pitchers still sitting there ready to go. Everybody has value. That's why I listed the 8 guys I listed. If it's not set, that's okay. I feel good about the direction of having guys that can extend."
That's what kind of more aligned with what we were talking about on Monday.
Yeah.
When you said, I wish you would have said, we have 8 pitchers capable of doing it, but they're not all going to be starters.
Clearly he was listening.
So, yeah, I'm sure that's why. Yeah, I'm sure that's what he meant. But he's right. I mean, the last 3 innings of the game, some would argue, are more important than the first 3 innings of the game. And actually, a lot of people argue more important than the first 3 innings of the game.
To get.
Right? And so you have to have a guy that is not only talented, but that you trust at the back end of the ball games, and you need to have talent back there, and that's what he's saying. Listen, when you come to college, oh my God. When you come to college, Nobody really comes to college as a reliever. Everybody started in high school.
Yeah, there you go.
So you're not a college reliever. You get drafted out of college as a reliever, but
even if you came from somewhere else, like a lot of those guys somewhat still see themselves as the guy that got them to the college ranks, which I'm pretty sure almost none of them were a reliever. They were all starters somewhere. So you still kind of have that I'm the dude feel, much like everybody still feels like, man, I think I can hit in the 3-hole. Like, I might be able to do it. Like, I got some of that in there. Maybe you could get me in there a couple of days. Like, everybody's kind of got that in their mind still. So, like, I think that's kind of what that is. And I think, it's just something you deal with as a head coach and understanding. Like, I would probably lean towards wanting my guys to feel like they could take the ball multiple innings and give me that kind of a performance every time out there, other than being the other way around, and I got to push them to kind of get to that spot. So, like, I don't really it's pretty normal in my mind.
And there's a lot of guys that haven't been talked about that in the rotation, like, they're been, really mentioned a lot. I mean, they've been talked about a little bit. Like, Zach Cohen's a guy who came over. He was a starter, threw a bunch of innings for Wofford. You have a bunch of experienced guys that have the ability to start that haven't really been talked about consistently as, okay, this guy's going to be in the rotation. I'm not saying he's going to be, but he has the potential to be. So,
I think for me, it's so we keep getting the question of who is going to be where, and I'm just really, I don't know who's going to be in this spot. I already told you who I think has the inside track for that, the starter role. I am interested to see who it is in that Sunday spot, how they perform in that Sunday spot, and if there's a longer leash or if there's a somewhat of a tryout to try to get guys in that Sunday spot. Because of what we've heard so far is that this is a very talented, very, very deep pitching staff. I do think in this league, in the SEC, it's a game changer when you go into that Sunday, usually the rubber match, especially in this league, and you're not thinking like, oh my God, I hope he can just throw strikes. Instead, you're thinking like, I got a dude I know for sure is going to keep me in this game. I do think it changes that Sunday for you as a team drastically, right? And so I think if you could get to those spots, it makes the mental psyche of your team, of the hitters on your team, understand that we don't have to go out here and put up 6 by the 4th, or we ain't got no shot on Sunday. So like I do think I'm interested to see who's in that role and if they can man that role, because I think when you get a guy in that spot who is a bulldog and who can compete for you and who can be reliable for you, it changes the dynamic and the complex of your team, and not only your team, your staff, your bullpen, and how you can manage them through the weekend, because you know what you got back there.
Without a doubt. And and to your point, like it allows him to manage the game easier, knowing that you have a guy that you can trust in the back end of the game. All right, it shortens the game. If you know you have someone you can count on 7, 8, 9, it shortens the game to a 6-inning game, and that's important.
Yeah.
Any other questions, Lloyd?
Yes.
Before we get to
while we're talking pitching, I lost it. I'm gonna find it. Jake Brown.
Do you think he's gonna get on the mound? Is that what they're asking?
Yes.
I do not.
He does have a pitching song listed as well.
Yeah, of course. I'm sure he's thrown some innings, but I do not think we're gonna see him on the mound this year.
I don't know. Maybe. I really don't know. If I was a betting man, I would go ahead and say no, but crazier things have happened. So I don't know. Nobody would have ever said you'd see Gavin Duda playing second base to close out a World Series win either. So like, I don't know, but there you go.
One more on the closer role.
Okay.
Back end ace or a multitude of guys?
On the back end of the closer,
Mm-hmm.
I think you're gonna see it start as a multiple guys, but I think you're gonna have probably a guy or two. I'll say 2 because there may be a guy that he moves around. Like there's probably 2 guys, right? One guy, hey, if we need you in the 7th or 8th or 6th or whatever to get out of trouble, and then another guy that they have confidence in throwing in the 9th. either one of those, like, interchangeable?
I think for the first 3 weeks of the season, you would like to not have to define it as the closer role, meaning hopefully you're out there whooping some ass and you're not in that many close ball games because there's some things going wrong. Right. So I think that role you won't find be defined or be a part of it until you get into SEC play, man. Like, I just really think that's what you're going to see. You're going to see a lot of guys getting opportunities with who's healthy, who's available, who's up, and all those situations early through the first month of the year. And I think it's going to kind of play itself out through the back end of the season.
Yep.
Anthony is in.
He is in. Perfect. Right on time. A little early, which is great.
That's what Jay likes.
Well, that's what we like. Because now we can get to know him a little bit longer. We get 2 extra minutes with him.
That's right.
Joining us now. Are we ready?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Joining us now, one of the newest Tigers. Figures to factor in very heavily in the weekend rotation. Brings a bunch of experience to a rotation that needs the experience. Because you're coming off injury and coming off, years of your sophomore year. Team USA pitcher, played in Cape Cod this summer. Anthony Aon. Anthony, welcome to the show, bud. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Oh, man, you were awesome. Let me tell you this. I'll give you props. Last year, a couple guys, new guys, texted them. Long time to get a text back. I felt like I was a girl that I was, waiting for the guy to text me back. Instant response. I appreciate that. I respect that a lot.
Yeah. It's a pleasure to be on this show.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you, dude. Let's get into it. You transfer in from UC San Diego. The stuff that I've read and heard about you, that was the only offer you had coming out of high school. You go out there and you do what you need to do. You get better. You pitch really well, and you put yourself in a position to enter the portal and go to other schools. You end up choosing LSU. This question is twofold. One, how many other schools were after you, and who else did it come down to, and why LSU?
Yeah, so entering the portal, I kind of had a list already. Me and my agent talked about, what schools I would be considering and which ones I wouldn't. Right out of the gate, I got a lot of contact from a lot of college coaches, honestly.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
I wanted to consider LSU. I had Texas on the list and Tennessee, and I ended up taking this visit first. And right when I stepped on campus, I looked at my parents and I said, this is going to be the one. And they kind of said the same thing to me. I really think that the culture and, everything that the school stands on, the great history, great players, great coaches, just known for, putting the team first and prioritizing them. I think it was a great opportunity for, me to build my player development in a team setting.
I love that. Jay.
Wait.
Okay.
Do you think if you wouldn't have visited LSU first, you still would have ended up at LSU, or did they close the deal? Like, if you had gone to Texas first, then LSU, then Tennessee, do you think LSU still would have won out?
Oh, easily, yeah. For me,
there you
yes,
go.
sir.
There you
Absolutely.
go.
Don't call me sir. You'll learn.
Listen. The one guy on this show that doesn't even call, actually all of us, but him, Lloyd in particular, nothing he says is serious. We're having a good time here. No sirs. Okay. No sirs. Jay, you got one for him?
Yeah, Anthony, man, what's up, bro? I got a question for you. Like, you talked about your process and kind of how you got to, I guess, making your decisions. When you sat down, season's over, and you figured out, like, hey, I'm going to make this move somewhere, what were, like, the things that you were looking for out of a school that you wanted to be featured? Because obviously, as you said, you stepped to your parents here, you look around, you're like, oh, this is the one. What was it that stuck out? What was the things that took you to that point already, mentally?
Yeah, I think just talking to some of my teammates at Team USA, they were in SEC, ACC schools, just hearing the way that they prioritize baseball and, prioritize themselves getting better at the sport. I would say it was more difficult for me to do that at my old school, but I think being here, I understand what they're talking about with how easy it is just to develop. And I think that's something that I was looking for right out of the gate.
I'm glad you brought up Team USA, and I'm glad you brought up, what the talent and what they've told you what to expect, right? So, you're coming from UC San Diego. I'm not knocking UC San Diego by any means, but then you come into LSU. Obviously, the talent level ramps up. You played in the Cave for a little bit, and you played Team USA. You were around some of these guys, and now you're playing. At least you've had a fall through with LSU with a bunch of talented guys. How has the jump in talent been for you, and what has been the adjustment for you so far? I know the season hasn't started yet, and it's still early, and it's in the fall. But up to this point, what has been the adjustment, and how has the talent jump been for you?
Yeah, obviously everybody's bigger, stronger, faster, hit the ball harder, less bunting.
Yeah,
that's a big thing for me. But I think really just understanding that it's the same game was the best thing for me. Like still throwing a white ball to a catcher, and there's 9 people in the field. So it's pretty, I got used to it pretty fast.
A lot of new guys this year, right? You're one of them. LSU historically is known for having, a lot of guys be there for a little while, and you kind of build this culture. I believe there's only 12 guys on this team that played an inning on last year's team. A lot of new guys. What have y'all done? How have y'all been able to kind of gel and understand kind of what it means to play here in Baton Rouge and what it means to, come together as a team and know what kind of where y'all going?
Yeah, a lot of the new guys, pretty much everybody knows what it takes, and what it means to wear this uniform, which is pretty cool. We've had plenty of, team bonding experiences and, meetings just set up with each other just to get to know one another. I think that's very important. If you're going to try to do something like win a national championship, you got to be able to die for one another, honestly. So, yeah, we've had a lot of meetings, a lot of hangouts, just stuff to get better, and opportunities to get better off the field because it only impacts how you play for one another on the field.
So I got a question because I don't really know how this works. I don't think we've ever really talked about this with guys that come on, especially guys that are pitchers. You move from one school to the other. Obviously, Nate Yeske's here as the pitching coach. This will be his second year. Jay's first coach that will stay here for multiple years. But as a pitcher, how is it like moving to another school, working with a different pitching coach and trying to gel with him and have him understand you and you understand him and how he coaches and how you pitch? And how do you do those things as a pitcher and how quickly does that come along?
Yeah, I think the most important thing for pitchers when you learn from one coach to another, just being yourselves. That's the only way that they're going to, recognize and know the type of pitcher you are, how you handle success, how you handle failure. All the pitching analytics, whatever pitches you throw, how to make them better. I feel like any coach is pretty much able to, help you with that. But I think it's really how you bond with the coach is very important.
What do you have a guy that you model yourself after pitching wise, right? Because watching you throw, obviously you have a loose arm. You have clean mechanics. Ball comes out kind of clean or kind of jumps out of your hand. Do you have anybody that you idolized growing up, or you just try to model your pitching style off of?
Nah, no one specifically. I've always been I
you.
feel like there's a lot of comparisons for me.
Yeah.
I never really modeled.
R.A. Dickey.
Hey,
Yeah. R.A. Dickey.
R.A. Dickey. But listen, the geography and the things going on around San Diego and Baton Rouge are a little different. Like, what have you found yourself doing in your off time? So he's laughing. He knows. He's like, oh shit, yeah.
Much different. Weather, night and day, right? Like weather, San Diego, greatest weather in the country. Weather in Louisiana, not so much.
Tell me that it snowed out here, so that was news for me.
Well, it doesn't. It doesn't usually snow. That was an anomaly.
Now, honestly, the biggest difference for me is the food. I love to eat, and I came to the right place for that.
Yeah,
all the food that's out here is great, but yeah, I would say weather is pretty different. I was here when it was hot and it was pretty humid. But I tend to get used to things pretty fast. I'll get used to it. Feel like I'm already used to it. Say the winter was cold at first for me, for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm used to that as well. But yeah, the biggest thing for me is the food. Honestly, I love it.
Hey, is there anywhere?
Go ahead,
Is
Jay.
there anywhere, like obviously, I know you can't wait till you toe the rubber in Alex Box. Like, that's not even a question. I already know the answer to that. But is there anywhere that you're looking forward to go as a visitor in Purple and Gold this year? Like, anywhere you're like, oh, yeah, I can't wait to pitch over here?
Honestly, no. I'm just ready to play with my guys.
Yeah.
Excited everywhere, honestly. I'm just ready to, be in the atmosphere of playing a home game, away game, everything.
Let's talk about.
Lloyd's got a mullet, so like Lloyd's planning on sitting like right behind home plate and like just
you'll see
shaking
me.
everything and everything. I just want you to know, like
You'll see. You'll see him there.
I still signals. I'll relay them. Don't worry about it. I'll let you know if you're tipping.
Yeah. Lloyd's good at that. You talked about your guys, right? And I'm glad you brought that up because you have a unique perspective because you're coming in new. So technically, I mean, y'all are all teammates and y'all are getting closer, but this is the first time you've seen a lot of these guys on the field, right? What have you noticed about your team, the guys that you're facing offensively, and the guys that are also in the rotation or on the pitching staff?
Yeah, the biggest thing for me is that we all have so much ability. Pitching to them, the hitters are going to make you better, and it's only going to make the hitters better facing the best pitching. And I think we all make each other better, which is really cool. Whether it's, holding runners, people are capable to steal, just pitching the big bats, people who have power, great contact. I think it's just really cool that we all have so many tools within one another, and we all just make each other better.
Wait, hold on. You mentioned obviously bigger, faster, stronger, and all the things that come with the SEC. LSU added a new strength and conditioning coach. What's that experience been like? Because Jay is on record saying I think he's had 4 in his time. I don't know if it was at coaching or 4 at LSU, but he said this is one of the best that he's had, if not the best. So what's that experience been like?
Yeah, no, he's great. Shout out to Coach Chris. Chris Martin, he's the best. He's very knowledgeable of, how to make baseball players, the strongest and the most suitable for, how many games they have to play especially, but just getting their bodies into the right condition and, whether that's running, lifting, jumping, we do all of it. So it's been great.
Jay, you got something?
Yeah, I was about to say, has there been any of these young cats on the hitter side that has kind of surprised you as far as for what they're able to do day in and day out and how they look, and that you're excited to see kind of what they're able to do once the season starts?
Yeah, everybody's advanced. I would say one of my guys from California, Derek Curiel, he's been just super advanced in all of his at bats. Just kind of reminds you of like a veteran player, but you think and you stop and you're like, wait, he's a freshman. He hasn't really played in college like that, but he's taking junior, senior at bats, so it's pretty cool to watch.
Nice.
I want to get back to you a little bit. So when you out of high school went to UC San Diego, you had one scholarship offer, and that was the only one that you had. Now, obviously, you're a hot commodity coming out into the portal. You obviously made the adjustments. What was the one thing, or what were some of the things that you improved on since you got to college to turn you into the pitcher that you were today? Like when you came into obviously college, you were one pitcher, and now you're a completely different pitcher, and I'd imagine you're still working on things as we speak.
Yeah, something that helped me in college right away was finding a consistent routine that helped me and just helped my progression. I realized that consistency was huge because a lot of guys are going to have talent. People are going to be able to throw hard, but if you stay consistent to who you are and what you want to accomplish, I feel like it makes a pretty good path for you going into the future.
Anything else when you came, like going into the summer? I know you were playing. You played for for Team USA. You obviously had a good season. You had a 3 ERA last year. You go and play with some of the best talent in the country, and now you come to LSU. Was there anything specifically you wanted to go work on this summer to take your game to the next level?
Nothing specific. I would say just overall getting better, just understanding my weaknesses and uplifting them to become my strengths. I feel like just raising the ceiling for myself as a pitcher is only going to help me in every category.
Anthony, we've got a couple of questions from the chat.
There we go.
This one's twofold. First one up from Far Guy Fonz. Ask Anthony.
I love that you just stepped up right there.
Yeah. Has anyone tried to explain how crazy Alex Box is going to be to you? Because obviously one of the best environments in the country. I don't know if it's made it your way yet.
Yeah, a lot of people try to describe it. I'm not somebody that gets hyped up a lot, but I know it's going to be crazy, and I'm here for it.
All right, and the second part of this question, we have a guy that's currently in school. He's writing a paper, and his topic is...
Oh, God.
Yeah, no, this is a good question because he's an athlete, and it says, ask Anthony, do you think students perform better under pressure? I'm only asking because this is what I have to write my paper on, and it's due tonight. And he wants to cite you as a source.
If athletes know how to use the pressure into confidence, I think they do. Understanding that pressure is a privilege is very great to confidence.
I love that. I love that because pressure can eat you up. But if you do that, if you understand that pressure is a privilege, you're not in this position. It's a privilege to be in this position to have the pressure, and you take off. I love that.
Say yes.
Because I played.
I know you chose your walkout song, but what other songs were in the running?
What is your walkout? What is your walkout song?
Okay, so I chose it's called "Marnie on Me" by Future and Lil Uzi. It's something that just gets me hyped pretty. There's another song on the album called "Paddock" that was pretty close.
Yeah.
And then my one from last year, I used "25K Jacket" by Gunna and Lil Baby.
Yeah.
Those just get me, in the right headspace to go compete.
There you go. Okay, that's the top three. There you go. Y'all got that right there.
Did you grow up playing? Were you always just a baseball guy? Did you play any other sports, or was baseball your thing?
No. So when I was younger, my dream was to play football at the University of Miami. I love the U. I love football.
Like the old school you or the new school you?
The
like
old
the
school
you or like the...
No, the old Sean Taylor.
Yeah.
Ed Reed.
Bump and face masks, football. That's what I loved. I remember getting to high school and I was playing football and baseball, and I told my dad, I can't wait to play football so I don't have to pitch anymore. We talk about that and still joke about that. So
were you wrong? Oh, God, no.
What position?
I played everything. I played linebacker. I kicked, quarterback, receiver, safety. Yeah, pretty much all of it.
Football player.
You like to put your face in the fan a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Football
Yes,
player.
sir.
Put me in, coach. Just like Taysom Hill.
Did you go to any LSU football games?
Yeah, I did this fall. It was crazy. It was great.
Yeah, you only got that at UC San Diego, huh?
Nothing like it.
Oh man. Yeah, you talk about you don't get hyped, you don't get super hyped, which obviously that heartbeat, that mentality is a good for a pitcher. But whenever you are, I'm just giving you a heads up, like whenever you're playing at home against Tennessee or someone like that, and it's a big game, like allow yourself, if you're not on the mound, obviously, allow yourself to like feel it because it's pretty special. It's pretty cool.
No, for sure. I'm ready to take it all in, so just looking forward to it.
Wait, so you've been here for a whole football season, you still ain't got shit on the wall? Like, what's going on there?
Yeah, nah, all of our stuff is downstairs. I'm in my bedroom right now.
You got, who's your roommates?
I live with Zach Cowan, Devin Sheeran, and Danny Dickinson.
Oh, nice. So you got, is that all
three transfers?
all three transfers, right?
Yeah, all transfers.
Nice, a transfer house.
So y'all just going to everybody
Yes,
else's
sir.
house. What do we do tonight? Yeah. Show us the way.
Well, it's bright in there. I ain't gonna lie to you, boy.
Oh man. Well, man, we're looking forward to watching you play. Obviously, we're all, not only are we former players, but we're obviously huge fans. We're gonna be at a lot of the games. I'm pumped that you came on the show, that you've been willing to come on the show. Obviously, we'd love to have you on throughout the course of the season as the season gets underway. But I wanted to give, some people a little insight into you. Lloyd, we have any other questions that we have on there? If we don't have any, I'm going to let them go. But if we got some questions, we keep them for a little bit longer. And that's okay if we don't, because I'm putting you on the spot.
Oh, okay. Quick one. Trey Wood. Ask Anthony. Favorite uniform at LSU?
We hadn't really worn them yet.
I know. We've seen them.
Pinstripes,
there
see?
we go.
That's what I'm saying. I'm on the pennies, too.
Pennies.
Those are my favorite by far. I love them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to only wear those on the midweek games. Now they have them on the weekends. Good move.
Oh, another one from Fonz real quick. This is, give it your best answer if you want to. Do you any self-talk on the mound, or do you just empty the space?
Oh no, I'm a big self-talker. I gotta keep positive. Positive self-talk is huge for me.
Is it? Let me ask you this: positive self-talk, right? That can go a little two ways,
Yes.
right? Positive self-talk is like, all right, I'm talking positive to myself, or you could be like Gavin Guidry and talk shit to yourself.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
Depends on, if I get, if I get the side, I might walk off the mound saying some words my mom not like.
I like that. I like that. Gotta have
When
that.
did you develop this? Like, when you start doing like this?
Football. Hey, Jay, football player guy. He's got that in him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, honestly, it's been my whole life as long as I can remember. So, yeah.
Did you swing it all in high school? Did you bat it all, or just pitcher only?
Oh yeah, I hit in high school. I hit as well.
Because there's a legacy here at LSU. Sometimes these pitchers have to come up to the dish a little bit, take some swings.
Who are you talking about?
You remember old buddy that hit one off the wall?
Yeah,
Like,
one time, like 7 years
Gavin
ago.
Guidry last year.
Yeah, but he was a hitter. He came in as a
He's
shortstop.
a pitcher too. I'm just saying, if you
Okay.
get your number gets called,
All right.
coach, don't be scared.
You can't be scared. You're right about that.
They've also played an 18-inning game.
Swing it, I'll swing it.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go. See?
No takes here.
Well,
Yeah.
Anthony, dude, I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for taking the time out and coming on the show. We'll have you on again here soon. Good luck. Stay healthy, and looking forward to seeing you out there.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you for having me.
Yep.
Been a
Anytime,
pleasure.
brother. Later.
Good
We're
dude.
good? Good to go. Great dude. Great dude.
Like it.
Yeah, great. I mean, great demeanor for a starting pitcher. You know what I mean?
Super mellow, super chill.
But kind of feel the confidence, don't you?
It's like California cool,
yeah.
cuz.
Yeah, you feel the
He got
confidence.
like that quiet crazy to himself. I
Yeah.
like that a little bit,
Yeah, I like that too. Yeah, he'll
like
learn
it.
he'll learn how to handle it, Lloyd.
Let the stick?
No, just understand that not to take it too serious.
Oh, yeah.
He was very polite, which I respect. Respect. Don't even be
Louisiana
polite.
rubs off on you quickly.
Yeah, it does.
Just funny that he talked to you first, then to Jared, then to you, then to me, and I get the sir.
You get the sir.
Well, it's
Yeah.
the mustache. It commands respect.
LSU Auburn update. Halftime. Auburn is up by 12.
Still covering by half point.
Yeah, it doesn't seem. I mean, 15 points off of turnovers. So
That's good.
the bugaboo, LSU bugaboo, is still happening.
That's
Can't keep the ball in their hands.
Can't keep that skeleton in the closet.
Can't keep the ball in their hands, and also can't get it.
the bucket.
Auburn's getting a ton of offensive rebounds. Not great, but hey, they're still in striking
Yeah, they're
distance.
still-
Maybe
yeah,
get a
still
little
in
bit
the
of a
fight.
little
Second half
run in the
run.
second half. Yeah,
It can happen.
can't start off slow. Gotta
Thanks-
come in there.
Yeah. And
But-
thank you to Anthony for not going to the basketball game because he had this interview.
That's why, huh?
Yep.
We should ask him if he was going to go.
He
If
would
he
have said
already
no.
was planning on going.
They probably have to wake up early for workouts. Should ask him what football game he went to. I hope it was Ole Miss.
I'm sure he went to multiple
Yeah.
games. Ole Miss obviously was the one to go to, you know. But
Oh, also, I know I showed the field for that Jay was kind of LSU baseball field when and y'all are like, oh, good, no signage. There will be signage. Except
will be.
It will no longer be multicolored. It'll all be
green.
white.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
A white outline. Like
That makes so much sense. Let's just make white. Put white.
white out.
No,
They said it's going to look
it's not
like.
good.
Hold on.
Can we put the signage somewhere else?
Well, ask every ballpark ever where they put it. It's on the walls.
Not in the big leagues.
Every ballpark ever? No.
Look at the Yankees.
No, sir. No, sir.
Do the Yankees? But okay, here's my deal. You can put signage out there, just not in center field. Like
they don't do it at center.
not in.
Yankees ain't got no signage on the outfield wall.
Yeah, not in the line of sight of the hitter.
No,
But look at South Carolina. There's no signage on the wall.
their signage is just like Mikey's right. It's just not in the field of view. It's on the lines.
Wow.
But that's my point. Go
Yeah,
look at South
I'm with
Carolina.
you.
There's no signage on the wall.
I mean, I could show you all this. There's signage on. Yes, maybe not South Carolina, but that's just what I heard that they're going to put signage
Okay.
up, and they raised the wall.
Oh, so no Robs. No Robs.
No-
It was already hard enough because the wall is like They say they want to say it's 10 feet. I think it may be a little higher than 10 feet. Now it's definitely higher than 10 feet.
Signage everywhere.
Okay, that's not on the wall.
It's on the wall.
That's on the
It's
scoreboard.
not on the wall, dude.
Look at that. It's on the bottom of the wall.
We literally told
Well, I
you
know,
on
but
the
like
wall.
Stanley-
On the
But
field
Stanley,
play
but
wall.
that's not in the line of sight of the hitter.
That's the two different questions. You said
You're
on
right.
the wall or
You're right.
the line
And then
of
I
sight.
changed it to line of sight.
And then that's where you'd be correct.
Because it is all about money.
Yeah.
Right? So I get to having the sponsors and the signage. You have to have those guys. I get that. But I don't love not being able to see a baseball because of a white sign.
Lloyd, go pull up South Carolina's baseball stadium. Let me know what that looks like.
I will.
So not all.
You don't think P Money's going to change that?
No, there's a lot of stadiums that do this. Promise you there is.
Oh, look at LSU. Never mind. I was going to say cutting it to single digits, but it's 10 points. Did you pull it up? South Carolina Stadium is nice.
They don't really have a lot of pictures of just like the outfield.
They're going to have to, I mean, LSU and South
Yeah,
Carolina.
they do, Lloyd. I just looked at it myself. You trying to find them?
LSU and South Carolina.
Yeah, they do.
They're going to be, they're two of the older stadiums now, which is kind of crazy, isn't it? I guess Arkansas too.
Yeah.
Those are like the first three, like, hey, we're going to put some money into baseball. I know everybody's doing it.
I mean, there's signage. Look at that. The two numbers over there retired. Look, they got it all on the right field.
Oh, boy.
All their regional appearances and
Now-
Take your
whatever.
L when you get them. Just take your L when you get them. That's all you got to do.
I will say,
Say it.
concerning that LSU was not diagnosed as hitter's eye issue. Still the same. It seems like that would have been high on the priority list.
Wait, say that again?
The hitter's eye seems like it would have been fixed a little bit.
Listen to me. The hitter's eyes need to be fixed since they built the
play.
stadium.
Yes, it seems like that would be a high priority. But you know what they did do? They
What?
raised the right field bleachers. 'Cause fans asked for it.
They raised them.
Mm-hmm. They're higher now.
Why?
Per request.
Okay.
So
If we're throwing requests out there, can we put a beer garden in the outfield or a berm out there? Or can we put like chairbacks in the outfield?
still bleachers.
Yeah, I know that. But if they're gonna appease all the requests, those are my requests.
Like you've settled the steel bleachers.
I have.
Where you're
I grew up.
10?
I grew up
I have
going.
too.
Yeah, I grew up going to steel bleachers. Talk about summertime hot.
Oh, yeah, you get a third-degree burn. It's like
Dude, that is
touching your seatbelt in the summer.
That is, you gotta pour the water that you just got on the seat or the beer or whatever, so it cools it off.
You gotta grow up and get swamp ass, cool yourself down.
Also, itchy butt.
Itchy butt?
Yeah, those seats, not good.
Well, that will still be an issue
It will
until
still-
another national championship comes.
Hopefully this year.
Hopefully this year.
Any other Ask Mikey and Mitch questions? Probably not.
Not what you say it with such a bad attitude.
Well, we didn't we didn't promote it. I'm not saying it because they don't want to do it. We just didn't promote it.
Wait, so Mikey and Mitch, you're not a fan of signs on the wall, like old Alex Bucks that was filled every inch with signs, not y'all's cup of tea?
It's not about that we're not fans of it.
No,
I
it's not my cup of tea. And it's not my cup of tea because it's not very useful to the game. Do you know how hard it is to see somebody that's 3/4 or 3/4 release coming out of a white sign and you can't find the ball, and then everybody in the screen, everybody in the stands is like, oh my God, I can't believe he took that fastball down the middle. Well, it's because I didn't see the shit. So yeah, no, I don't like it. I like a big green, nothing in the way backdrop to where you can see everything.
Yeah, what he said.
That's what I like.
What he said. I like that too. And I don't love when the big lefty comes out and throws from Tiger Stadium either. That's not cool.
Yeah, the big gray Tiger Stadium, the big lefties coming out of it, dropping hammers and doing whatever he wants. Yeah, that's not fun to hit.
No.
Do you think it's more of an advantage for y'all because you have to do it the most?
No. You can't. If you can't see, you can't see. Maybe in the
also-
sense that you know you can't see early, so you may be in either super swing mode if you know you got somebody who's really going to throw strikes, or you may be in super take mode if you got somebody who's not very good at throwing strikes. Maybe that, if you want to call that a little bit of an advantage, but if they're able to kind of get in the zone and do. And guys usually, it's really funny too, because pitchers sometimes they hear that, but they don't really believe you when you tell them that. So they'll sit up there, even though their hitters are saying, "Hey, I can't see," and they'll go up there trying to flip breaking balls first pitch and throwing them in the dirt instead of being like, "Hey, bro, here it is. Do something with it. Show me you can see it."
Yeah, not only can you not see because of that sometimes in the stadium. You play in the day game and you got shadows and it's all combination. It's like, damn, this is a.
See, but shadows you can do nothing with. So like shadows,
No, right.
like that's just.
I'm just adding
the
to it.
simple fact to choose to put. Yeah, but as I say, the simple fact to choose to put white signs where there will be balls being released is just crazy to me that that's still a thing and that people still do it. I don't even really understand that.
Yes, I agree with that.
This is what it's going to look like. So I guess they based it off. It'll look like this.
Who said that?
The internet.
Okay, and I'm okay with that.
But it's white. Everything's white.
Yeah, but you see that where the hitter's eye is and where the.
Oh, that I can't guarantee if it stops there.
As long as it doesn't get into the line of sight of your eyes, I'm okay with that.
No guarantees.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that would make sense. What color's the ball?
It'll be white.
Color's
But at least that one, at least that is lettering. I know it's still not ideal. It's not. LSU used to have the big box with the white all over the sign.
Big
it's like
McDonald's sign.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, the sign was white and the lettering was a different color. Yeah.
yeah. It's like, okay, how do you want me to hit that?
So funny.
It's the same thing.
Who built this?
Like, who thought this was a good idea?
Anybody stand in the box, take a couple swings?
Yeah.
You
Don't
talk
just
to a
test.
baseball player?
Great idea. Put it down the left field line next to the foul pole. How about that? Let's put that one there.
Yeah. Hit it
There should be a rule, like if we're gonna do signage, okay, cool. Anything with white signs, once we get to the power alleys, you're out, cuz you can't go that way. You gotta go either down the line or somewhere on the stadium, but we're not gonna put you there.
Yeah. What else do we want to talk about today, boys? Anything?
41.
A little early for some Super Bowl talk.
Yeah. Too early for that. You got Pro Bowl. You ready? Are you gonna watch? You can't wait. I can't wait for the relay races in the Pro Bowl. I can't wait.
Dodgeball, electric.
Dodgeball, flag football, running. I mean, you know what they should.
Slam dunk competition.
You know what they should bring back is the long throw competition.
I said that too. I said it this morning.
That's what they should bring back. Like, and the part of the reason why I was just looking at For You page on Twitter or before the show, and Aaron Brooks. I guess Aaron Brooks made a Pro Bowl one year.
He airs it out.
73 yards in the air. The one guy I wanted to see throw it was Jamarcus, but he obviously never made a Pro Bowl.
I
So
would still let him go. I would like to see what he could do now.
who in the NFL you think would have the furthest throw? I guess Milton.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, Milton. I'm going with Milton.
Milton,
Right
Richardson, maybe. Josh Allen, maybe. Anyone else?
Brock Purdy.
No. Not even Mahomes. Mahomes got a good arm, but not even Mahomes. I think those would probably be the.
Who's the
Maybe not Matt Stafford anymore, but I don't know.
Who's
That ball
the
comes
backup
out.
for the Saints? Not right.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Hayner?
Hayner.
No.
Let's do a short throw competition.
Yeah. Let's do a modeling competition.
He would
modeling
win.
pictures. He
Got him
probably
out
win
there.
Let's
that.
do a sack race.
Yeah.
They should do a hot dog eating competition.
They got to do something. I was trying to think of ways to spice this thing
You can't.
up.
How do you fix it?
Well, the old one was great.
You
When
can't.
they were bench pressing 225 as many times as they could. But
You
they
can't.
just
They're
get
doing
hurt.
a combine.
Yeah, I know, but they used to do it at the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, you can't fix the Pro Bowl because it's too physical of a game to like. And these guys have been not playing football for a month. Some of them.
I like the. I know they have the accuracy competition the way that it is currently constructed. Whatever, it's like a Ferris wheel. It's a circus show. The old one was awesome. Where
Yeah.
they would get on the carts and like zoom around, and it was like kind of like a free for all. Like you didn't really know what was going on, and they were just hucking, chucking. Like Dan Marino wanted to win that thing bad. That one was fun.
Yeah, I think what they're doing right now is probably the best way to do it. You know, make it instead of a game, make it like an event.
Could they do like the old school Madden one where you like hang rings in the air? Like try to throw it through a bunch of rings?
I mean, maybe.
That would be fun.
Best All-Star game out of all the sports.
Is that even a question?
No, but I'm asking it.
It's baseball, easily.
By far.
Close second, probably somewhat like hockey, but like, yeah, baseball easily.
Oh, the hockey skills challenge is electric.
Yeah, but like the actual game.
Well, you could say baseball.
Yeah, but answer the question.
You would say baseball, but who had the worst All-Star game of all time? And that would be baseball.
What do you mean?
Ended in a tie.
That one was bad.
Lloyd, I don't care how much of a tie that was. Turn on the basketball All-Star game right now. You're like, bro, what am I watching? Like, how did this get national streams right now?
I watched the basketball one when they played, 824?
I haven't watched a basketball. I haven't watched a basketball All-Star game in years. And honestly, I haven't even watched a dunk contest anymore.
No, Mac McClung, go wake him up. Just take your time to shine, buddy.
You know, it's just nobody's doing the dunk contest that you
They're all
want to do.
dunked out. Everybody's done all the dunks.
You should go hire. What they should do is have a dunk contest and hire the professional dunkers who do these crazy make-up new dunks. That's all they do for a living is dunk.
Would you be interested if they did a dunk contest, but they just kept raising the rim?
Oh, actually, that'd be kind of cool.
Like 10 feet, 10.5 feet.
But I don't think
then the dunks are gonna get that much more bland.
Yeah,
Like, no,
I don't think you can. I don't think you can like do that consistently. I think that maybe you should give them an option. Hey, let me raise it up, and this will be part of my dunk, and not just hey, I'm gonna go dunk it with one hand, just a normal dunk. But like, hey, we're gonna put this thing at 11 feet and watch me do a
crazy dunk,
360 or something.
If somebody dunked it on like 13 feet, though, I'd be like, good God. Like, you're up there. 14 feet. I just want to see how high. Who can jump the highest in the league? You tell me you would watch?
I think what happens if you get... So then at that point, what happens if you get three guys that do it and it's all just a regular ass, I'm talking extra regular dunk?
You go up another foot until nobody can do it.
And it's still
how about here's a better conversation. Because the WNBA has an All-Star game. Do you say, let's have a dunk contest for the WNBA and lower the rims? No.
Do you see where Caitlin Clark said she won't participate in the three-point contest?
Because she says she's not good at it.
She's a catch and shooter.
Or off the dribble. She's not good off a rack because obviously you don't ever pick a ball off a rack.
Why wouldn't they give somebody, why wouldn't they
let someone pass it to them?
Yeah.
That's just not how it's been. I don't mind a 3-point contest.
That's what I'm saying. But if you had somebody under, like they have the racks next to them, you have people, instead of moving them there, you have people stationed underneath the basket.
With the racks and pass them.
Yes.
I don't know.
And it could be a teammate.
That would be good.
I'll just fix it for you, Adam Silver. Instead of shortening the game, you want to go to 10-minute quarters.
Probably would be the worst thing.
Is it what? Are they? What are they? 8 minutes right now?
No, it's long. If it's 8 and they went to 10, it's probably 12. It's 12
minutes, right?
12-minute quarters, right? 48
minutes.
Minutes.
Wants to go to 10. Yeah. I don't know. I kind of my brain is pretty much.
Oh my God! What a shot! He pump faked the three. Guy, and he's from the logo. Guy jumps. He shoots it and he gets fouled. 4-point play potentially for LSU. They're staying in there. Listen, they're battling single digits, potentially get it to 8 points.
Trevor Bauer is really out here on the internet.
What?
Trevor Bauer was asked.
He's staying. What do you mean?
If he could still get MLB hitters out, and he humbly responded,
"There's only 20 hitters out there that can get hit off of me."
Yep.
And then now, have you seen the thread?
Yes.
They're showing Marty Mush getting hits off of him from Barstool.
Yes. And as this continued,
and the 14-year-old hit a homer off of him.
He said he was throwing BP. I heard you grunt, you bum. Then he said, I'm the second most popular player and the most knowledgeable pitcher on the planet. I'm a top 10 pitcher on the planet and willing to play
Let's
for
go!
$0.
5-point game, boys. Sorry. Most popular player on the planet and most knowledgeable.
No, second most popular player and the most knowledgeable pitcher on the planet. Second behind Shohei. I don't think anyone in America understands how big of a global superstar he is. However, I beat everyone else out, including outdrawing every single MLB team in daily views just on my YouTube channel.
Okay, first of all, I think everybody does understand how big of an international superstar Shohei is.
Yeah, that's a...
I think people. I don't think it's up for debate, and I don't know. I mean, he's trying to get it. He's trying to get back in there, trying to stay relevant. He's probably making a ton of money on YouTube.
Yeah.
Say what you mean. No, I don't censor it. Say it.
No, I'm not censoring it. I just don't. I mean, I don't even know how to even respond to that because he's trying to self-promote himself. I understand what he's trying to do. He's trying to get back into baseball. But I will say this: he's throwing 93 now. I've seen the velos on that Rap Soto deal. I'm sure he could touch 95, 96, but he ain't sitting there like he used to. I don't know. But listen, I'll give him props. Good for him for figuring out how to make a nice living outside of professional baseball. I mean, he's a content creator. That's what he is. He's an influencer. What are you looking up over there?
I'm looking at influencers.
Oh.
I Show Speed showed up.
Yeah, he's the whole influencer YouTube
Street.
just is wild to me.
This is like they're the most popular people on the planet.
They make so much money. Like Mr. Beast.
Yeah, that guy's a weirdo though.
Yeah, but he makes like hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah, he's super rich. Look at all these people that showed up.
Yeah, he cracked the code.
Yeah,
he definitely cracked the code. So
he's been doing YouTube since he was like 11.
Yeah, I Show Speed. Like he obviously makes millions and millions of dollars in Peru, right?
Yeah.
Is that at the top right? Is that his who's 35 million?
That's the people that are watching.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
What does he do? What?
Stuff. It's cool stuff.
Like I Show Speed. Like what is he? Is he like is he fast? Is he an athlete?
Kind of. Yeah, he's like the most. He's an athlete. He's the guy that raced the 100-meter guy.
Usain Bolt.
That won that won gold.
Oh yeah. I know.
Like just lost kind of like a nose.
Yeah, but like.
And he jumped over a Lamborghini.
So what did he do? Like he had to have been an athlete in a former life, right? Like.
No, he's just athletic and a streamer.
Okay.
But I don't know how he got so popular.
So he's a streamer.
Yeah.
Like he just plays video games.
He does this now.
But that's how he started, was video games?
Yeah, just doing streams. Like this. I don't think there's
Like
anybody
this.
outside their door.
I don't think this is what he was doing. It's a crazy concept for me. Good for them.
Just have to work harder.
Gotta be better. Gotta do other things other than just talking to a microphone.
Gotta go to Peru.
Or video our whole life, which is that's hard for me to do.
I'll do it.
Oh, will you?
Yeah. I got to hide.
All right. That's all we got. Let's get to the seggies.
I do have a segment, and it's called Mistake of the Day.
Brought to you by you.
You. This could be confused.
LSU 6-point game. Keeping it tight.
To be a curtain call, but it's not. It's a mistake of the day.
Okay.
Unique Paul Skeens card was pulled by an 11-year-old.
I think it's a curtain call.
However, an 11-year-old collector has reportedly declined an elaborate offer from the Pittsburgh Pirates for a unique trading card of rookie pitcher Paul Skeens. The one-of-a-kind rookie debut patch autograph card will instead be auctioned at the Fanatics Collect March premiere, which proceeds for all the donations to be donated to charity. The card, estimated to fetch at least 6 figures, was sought for months before being collected by this kid. The Pirates would have given 2 season tickets behind home plate for the next 30 years, 2 autographed Skeens jerseys, a meet and greet with the former LSU star, private tours and other events at both PNC Park and spring training facilities. Skeens' girlfriend,
Livy Dunn,
sweetened the pot with an offer to join her in a suite for a game.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Steak is not. It's not the Pirates deal. You sell this thing.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's not going to.
He's giving it away to charity, whatever. It
Oh,
goes
yeah, that's
for.
what he said. He's giving it away to charity.
I mean, it's the Los Angeles.
The 11-year-old's doing that.
That's what I'm saying. This is a father or mother making a decision. This kid should have kept his mouth shut, kept the card.
That's like if you win the lottery, nobody's going to know I won the lottery.
Right.
You know
Like,
what I mean?
put it up for auction, and it would people like, is this real? Is this real? Like, yeah. And just watch the number
Let me ask you this. Is a kid from Pittsburgh?
That's probably why I didn't do it.
No doubt. I wouldn't have done it either.
No, I wouldn't take it that deal, but I also wouldn't have given it to charity. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Yeah, 1 of 1.
1 of 1 for Paul Skeens.
Yeah.
Like, you don't sell that.
Yeah, it's mind blowing he's actually giving it away because that obviously the card is going to be worth or is worth and will be worth a ton. I'm surprised that that's the move. Honestly.
Put that in the safe because what happens in 10 years after he may have 3 Cy Young awards and he's the best pitcher in the world and he's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
And it's the only one.
Put that in there.
You just gave a golden ticket to
So
charity.
now you sell it for 6 figures. Probably worth, it's going to be worth 7 figures, maybe 8 figures.
Yeah,
when it's all said and done.
Whatever.
No, probably 7.
Yeah, but he's 11. So whenever I'm ready to go to college in 7 years, when I'm 18, guess what, Mom and Dad? I'm not fucking going. I'm selling this Paul Skeens card. Y'all don't know I have. I'm gonna get $15 million.
Okay, he's 11, dude. He's not gonna get $15 million for it.
In 7 years, if Paul Skeens continues, he'll be worth a ton of money. $10 million.
No,
$6 million.
No,
$5 million.
It's gonna be. I mean, okay, you're getting closer to a more realistic number.
I could skip college for a year.
Yeah, that's what he's thinking about at 11. At 11 years old, that's what he's thinking about.
He should be.
No doubt.
Sell it, buy more packs. Invest.
Invest into your hobby.
Buy the dip of NVIDIA.
Oh, yeah.
I
NVIDIA
did.
has dipped. Did you?
Mm-hmm.
How much did you buy?
One stock.
How much is stock? How much is the stock?
150.
It's 150. What did it drop down? What was it before?
It dropped 17 points, something like that. It was a big time drop. People are saying, don't buy the dip. And I said, I'm buying the dip. Because
that's what Warren Buffett says.
Buy the dip. Because this
When
new AI that, guess what it's running off of, you dumb fucks? It's running off NVIDIA graphics cards. They're going to need them.
Yeah.
NVIDIA rules the world.
And they got excited, and then it's going to go.
The only thing that's going against me here is Nancy Pelosi sold it a month ago.
Ah.
I have the app that tracks her stocks.
Do you?
Yeah.
Have you? How is it? How are they? Are they?
She makes a fuck ton of money.
Her husband.
Yeah, of course. Excuse me.
Yeah, her husband.
Yeah.
Her
No
husband.
insider trading here.
Her husband, not her.
Yes.
Her husband.
But yeah, if you follow,
Because he doesn't hear anything.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
Yeah, no, she's not telling him anything.
If you follow the Nancy Pelosi stock tracker, I think she traded at like a 70% clip, which like clears everybody by like 15 points, 20 points. It's the most obvious. We have to do it now before she dies. You're getting close.
Yeah. Tough.
So
She still has a day job too, so
that's how she covers it all up. She needs to stay in power so I can make a little bit more scratch.
Mm.
Y'all see that in my background?
Yeah, I see him.
No. No. Y'all stop riling him up. I don't know how he got in here.
He opened up that
He's trying to
door.
go outside right now.
Luca,
what's up, buddy?
Luca for 3.
Look at him, he's chilling.
Hey.
Tell him to sit.
So he's getting more confident with the stairs.
No, he's fine with these because these are not just the wood. The last 2 flights are carpet, so he's fine with those. It's the wood. He's like, nah.
Yeah,
I'm not messing with it.
slippery. I get it. Oh no, charge. Oh no, not a charge. All right, curtain call. Brought to you by our friends at Perkins McKenzie. What we got, Lloyd?
Do you have your curtain call?
No.
Okay, because we could.
I thought we had a show curtain call.
Is it going to be the one we talked about before the show?
I think so.
Because that's what I was going to
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Let's do that.
There's a man
Mm-hmm.
that played 40 seasons of MLB The Show.
Yes.
And gave us an incredible thread of stats and how the player's career turned out.
Very funny.
Dean. Let's see if I can pull this up. This is unbelievable. I just said about 40-year MLB The Show franchise. The game no longer will.
40 years. So
40 years.
He's played 40 years worth of seasons in MLB The Show.
And talk about streaming. I'm sure he made a ton of money.
Did he stream it?
I would hope so. If he did
With
this-
these stats, he's better
he
streaming.
better be. So, 40 years of
He
streaming. Better be. So, 40 years of MLB The Show franchise, the game will no longer save stats or rewards. So, the slight autism in me cannot handle that, and it's time to hang it up. Here's a thread of my accomplishments. I led them to 30 World Series rings, 30 pennants, 39 MVPs, 39 Cy Youngs, and 11 no-hitters. Brian Bello
I think that's how he pronounces it.
survived to age 64. He finished with 890 wins, 9,639 strikeouts, and 8 Cy Youngs. I created myself as a catcher for the team. I had 6,364 hits, 1,495 home runs, and 300 WAR. I'm the all-time leader in WAR.
I'm the all-time leader in WAR.
Rafael Devers played until he was 67. I had to move him from third base.
Hey, that's how you create a dynasty. You had the longevity of these guys.
67. I had to move him to third. He has 7,014 hits and 1,577 home runs. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. finished with 7,069 hits, 1,598 home runs. He ran into some injury issues in his 60s. I wheeled the corpse of Bryce Harper out until he was 71 years old. He only had 899 home runs. Jackson Holliday ended up with the greatest player of all time. 7,500 hits, 1,786 home runs. I lost the MVP numbers, but he had at least 8 before the show stopped counting. Wyatt Langford never put up a lot of WAR, but he finished with 1,600 home runs. It was a 10-time World Series MVP.
Mike Trout. I think
Paul
Mike Trout's in
Skeens.
there. Oh, Paul Skeens in there.
Paul Skeens has major injury issues in his early 50s. I had to pay him $400 million at age 52 to keep him on board. His 791 wins is second all time. Same with the over 8,000 strikeouts. He won 2 MVPs and 6 Cy Youngs. Finally, Mike Trout finished at the age of 72. He had less injuries than Trout early on and was able to finish with 1,246 home runs and over 5,000 hits. However, if I tried to start him in his late 60s, he'd only last a few games.
Listen,
Move him from
this
third.
guy, greatest training staff in the history of baseball. But what a run! It's gotta be. Honestly, it probably was a sad day for him when he said, "I'm done with this."
If they're getting paid and stay over an 80 overall, they don't retire.
Oh man, that's
That's
incredible.
Have you seen the show? What they're doing? So you could do like
I'll tell you this. I've never really been a big show guy. I've never played it really.
oh, well maybe this will get you interested.
Okay.
A lot of people like to create themselves. Road to the Show. You lived it. Both lived it. This now you start in high school. You play in high school, then you pick a college. Then you play in college. LSU is one of the teams that you could play for.
So they're doing kind of like the old NCAA base. I wish they'd bring that back.
Me too. I think this is a stepping stone because this is what Madden did. They created the college one where you could play in the playoff, like you play the national championship.
Yeah.
And then you would go get drafted. I don't know how many games you're going to get to play in college, but if you get to go to Omaha to play a 3-game set,
How cool would that be?
I would buy it. I would pay $60 to do that and just play that.
I heard MLB The Show's hard.
It is. It's one of those games you kind of have to. I'm sure Jared doesn't agree, but you just kind of hey, throw strikes. Not chasing this shit.
We don't do that. No, we don't do that. No. That means Lloyd just told you he gets up there and he just swings at all he does is mash the X button. Then that's what he's basically
No, I
telling
hit
you.
square because I want the power.
Lloyd hasn't seen a pitch he doesn't like on MLB The Show.
They all look like strikes out the hand.
Close your eyes and swing. Close your eyes and swing.
Oh man.
What I do is I guess the pitch, and if it lights up the right color, I get all excited. I don't even care if it's a strike or a ball I swing.
Is that how you were in real life? You're a guest swinger or guest hitter?
Not a guess hitter because I didn't hit for power, so it wasn't really advantageous. But I like to work the count. If I had a favorable count, I'd like to attack. I walked a lot.
Nice.
Only struck out twice my senior year.
Really?
Yeah.
Good OBP. Got to have that guy on the team to get on base. Set the table.
Over 700.
Hit a homer.
Did hit a homer.
That's why he only swings with square now because he did all the contact swinging when he had the actual bat in his hand.
And I have to get drunk.
Great.
To play the game,
Greatest
just like I did that time.
Great. One of the what's the greatest or I guess most nostalgic baseball game of your recent memory?
Oh, MVP Baseball 05.
Yeah,
with
MVP
Manny
baseball was
Manny
smacking.
Ramirez on the cover.
Yeah. Did you ever play RBI baseball back in the day?
I think is that the one?
It's in like the night. Yeah.
That's
Triple play baseball.
Is that Was that even farther back?
No, that's PlayStation, original PlayStation. You go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. You get the super team, and you have the guy that's this big.
Oh, if we're going super nostalgia, dude, the N64, King Griffey.
Oh, King Griffey Jr. baseball. Yeah,
that's
no
the best one.
But you could get the guy this big, and you could bunt and he inside the park homer.
That big?
Like this big, seriously. You bunt it.
How about this one? I give you one. Backyard baseball.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming back.
It's back. It is back.
Backyard.
It is back.
Yeah.
So, it's like on like a console now, right? It's not just on the computer. Like it used to be just on a PC.
And you would just hog that thing.
Back
back when your parents didn't have to worry about what you're doing back there.
What was it? It was a backyard. Is it backyard sports? So you had backyard basketball, backyard football, backyard baseball is obviously the OG.
The baseball one took the. Hey, Pablo was nice on him.
Hey,
Pablo used that
Keisha.
bat.
Keisha was good too. She could fucking. She dropped some bombs.
Pete Wheeler. Put him
Pete
in the
Wheeler.
outfield.
Hey, it's still all over you.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But Kitty Wynn in the wheelchair.
Gravity ball.
Oh.
The groundhog or whatever
came
goes
out,
underneath.
you used the super pitch.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And then if you want to talk superpowers, obviously Slugfest.
Slugfest is good too.
Yeah, that was peak.
You could always have like a code and Griffey would hit a homer.
Yeah.
Or was that King Griffey Jr.?
I think
that was Slugfest.
I don't know.
I don't know. No, it was King Griffey Jr.
What was the one on
Slugfest? You could fight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big head mode, which was just steroids. And then what's the one on the AB was the only buttons and the directional pad?
Super Nintendo.
Yeah, that baseball game.
Oh, with I love that. That was actually probably, if you're gonna go back, that's
whew.
Super Nintendo. I don't even know what that game was called.
RBI baseball?
No, but I don't even know. But that was a good one.
We had that at the hunting camp.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It turned into that game. We would play home run derby on it, which was electric. Couldn't get Griffey because everybody was trying to get Griffey the entire time. And then I just started playing the game, and I couldn't beat one person, so I stayed up all night trying to learn how to play.
I was a big I played with the Braves a lot in that game.
That was so much fun. The game's electric. Shout out Caleb Lonsberry. He's elite at the game.
That's a great game.
But that was I didn't go hunting that day. I went hunting for dubs on Sega.
All right. Hey, I'm happy that you're feeling better.
On the other side of this.
Yeah, you sound better. You're not
better.
You're coughing not near as much. Things aren't coming out of your mouth
as badly.
Yeah. I'm very happy for you.
Turns out you don't have to go to the doctor.
Look, so you just fight immune system. You have a great immune system.
I do.
And this is just making it better.
Making it tougher.
Yep, no doubt. All right. That's all we got for you on this beautiful Wednesday night. Obviously, we're going to watch the rest of this LSU basketball game. They're keeping it tight. They're keeping it in single digits. They're battling. Respect to them. We'll be back live in studio on Friday, 1 to 2-ish. We don't have anything to gamble on. Nothing to talk about. We'll figure something out. Sometimes we talk about.
Yeah, always.
Always figure out something. All right. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you don't like watching us, but you like listening to us, we're going to get your pods. Enjoy the rest of the game. Enjoy the rest of Wednesday. We love y'all. Peace. Jared, can you put Jared back on there? Give me the peace. Later. Peace.